Bob's Breakfast with Norton Way Motors Letchworth.
Yesterday morning, I got a big shock.
What happened?
Julie woke up. First thing she said to me is, "So, do you still want the sex then?" And I'm like, yeah? That's not what she said at all.
Oh, okay.
You know, Julie's a New Zealander.
Yeah.
And I'm used to the New Zealand accent, you would think.
Yeah. What did she say?
She said, "Do you still want the 6 then?" She was talking about the new iPhone.
Oh!
Bob's Breakfast.
And now our quest begins. You probably know that the Seven Dwarfs, all of their names, sound like nicknames you could give to people that you work with. So, my goal is to call workplaces at random and ask to talk to one of the Seven Dwarfs. Eventually, I want to be able to have spoken to all 7, and then we'll see if we can find someone who would be described as Snow White. Now, this morning, we're going to start off with the first of the Seven Dwarfs. Our quest this morning is to find Grumpy. There's got to be a Grumpy. I'm sure if we just call random phone numbers, workplaces, and say, "Let me talk to Grumpy," they'll put someone on.
Yeah, definitely.
And then we found Grumpy, and we can move on and find the next dwarf.
Yeah.
So this is a Builders, Amy? Builders.
Yeah.
Okay, let's give them a call and see if we can talk to Grumpy, the first in our quest to find all 7 dwarfs working in the home counties in regular jobs and Snow White. Here we go.
Hello?
Hey, put Grumpy on the phone.
Sorry?
It's Graham. Put Grumpy on.
Grumpy's not here.
Where's Grumpy?
Who are you?
Graham, I've told you.
Is it John Casey you're looking for?
Yes, it is.
I don't know where he is at the moment. He's out. He's working. Okay.
Oh, so close.
That was close.
John Casey is Grumpy, but he
Yeah.
just wasn't there. Join us this time tomorrow morning in our quest to find Grumpy, and then all the rest of the Seven Dwarfs and Snow White on Bob FM.
106 Bob FM.
Chris Hubbard has your news.
And Richard Keel, the actor who played iconic James Bond baddie Jaws, has died in California at the age of 74.
Tragic way he died as well. His teeth were picked up by a magnet and he was dropped into a shark tank.
Graham?
That's what he would have wanted. Right now, let's set off on our quest. As we go wandering randomly through the phone lines, looking for all 7 dwarfs. We're looking for Grumpy. It was a Builders yesterday, and because we were so close, we've got to stay with the Builders.
Yeah.
Calling another Builders here, see if we can find Grumpy this morning. Let's see if it's ringing.
Good morning, Dwarf Builders.
Hey, morning, it's Graham. Who's that?
It's Anna.
Anna! Put Grumpy on the phone.
Oh, yes, one moment. Hold
Okay,
on.
all right.
Well, he's on the other line at the moment.
I'll wait.
Let me just see if he's nearly finished. One moment. Hello?
Hey, Grumpy, it's Graham Mack and Amy Stevenson from Bob FM. How are you?
All right.
All right. We're attempting to talk to all 7 dwarfs. We reckon that all 7 dwarfs work somewhere in the home county. Oh, he is Grumpy. Oh. Hello, Grumpy? Hello, Grumpy?
Wow.
He's hung up.
He's definitely grumpy.
Well, yeah, but I don't think that counts because they have to be happy with it. Sorry, no, that's a different dwarf. I'm getting them mixed up.
If you get grumpy and happy, you get two in one.
Happy's a different. No, but we need to get them. He's not comfortable with being grumpy, is he? He probably doesn't know he's grumpy. No. So I don't think that counts. I don't think we found Grumpy just yet.
Oh.
I think join us this time tomorrow morning as we try to find Grumpy in the first of our 8-stage quest to find all 7 dwarfs and Snow White working in businesses in the home counties. How are you, Tia?
Oh, I'm good.
And how old are you?
10.
You have to tell me a great dinosaur joke.
Why can't you hear a pterodactyl using the bathroom?
I don't know.
Because the P is silent.
When you embarrass yourself and no one else is watching, it's a special kind of embarrassment. This morning, I woke up, I turned this new computer on that I've got, and I grabbed the mouse, I pushed the mouse forward, and the arrow on the screen goes down instead of up. So then I pull the mouse down, and the arrow goes up. I go left, the arrow goes right, I'm just like, oh, I can't wait, everything's like round the wrong way, what's going on here? Then I realised, it's a cordless mouse, and I've got it upside down.
Bob FM.
We've been very, very close to getting hold of Grumpy, our first dwarf. Amy, do you want to have a bash at this? We want to take this one?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's try this one out then. This is a plumber's. Let's see if we can, if you can find Grumpy this morning.
Hello?
Hello, who's that?
It's Murray.
Oh, Murray, it's Amy. Put Grumpy on, will you?
Chris?
Yeah.
You don't work on a Monday?
Oh, you're kidding.
Nah.
Murray, it's Graham Mack and Amy Stevenson from Bob FM. How are you?
What the
Bob's Breakfast.
Laugh nervously, move on. The World Cup of Answer Phone Hesitation. This is a great game. This is based on pure frustration. You know when you call somebody up and you get their answer phone, and it's one of those automated ones, but they've put their own voice in there quickly saying who it is, and then there's that gap before the beep. I think it's because they've taken a long time to hit the hash key or whatever the next key is, or they've fumbled, or for whatever reason. Well, that gap is what gets you the points in the World Cup Answer Phone of Hesitation. The record at the moment is 4 seconds, set by Dave last week. Debbie tells me that this number is guaranteed to beat that 4-second record, so let's give it a dial up and see how we go here.
Sorry. Mick Henman, Ramp Services, Luton.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Unavailable. Record your message after the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press hash for more options.
8 seconds, Mick, you've got the record!
Bob's Breakfast.
Anyone who says they understand LinkedIn is lying. That's because nobody understands LinkedIn. You just try it. When you ask out loud in a crowded office, what the hell's the point of LinkedIn, I guarantee that some smug idiot will roll their eyes and say, networking. Well, I found out this week that that's the biggest lie of all. It's got nothing to do with networking. I can't remember what pushed me over the edge and made me join this utterly useless waste of time, but I think it had something to do with people constantly inviting me to join. So I join, and since then I get requests from people all over the world that I don't know asking me to connect with them. So I click accept. And then I get presented with a page of people I might like to connect with. So I blindly click a load of those as well. I've no idea what I'm doing. If I like the look of them, I click them. Usually I click them if they don't have a profile picture, because I figure if they don't even know how to load a photo on it, they know less about LinkedIn than me. So, yeah, you get my vote. Yesterday, I get an email from LinkedIn warning me that my account has been restricted because they've had several notifications from people that I've asked to connect with who say they don't know me. Hang on. You're supposed to actually know the people you connect with. I don't know any of the people that connect with me. What's the point of connecting with people that you already know? You don't need LinkedIn for that. You just email or phone or talk to them because you already know them. And what about these people that only want to connect with people they already know? Why did they join a social media site on the internet? If you don't want strangers contacting you, why did you post a detailed bio all about yourself on the World Wide Web? It's called LinkedIn, not get out of my Facebook. What's the most daring thing you've ever done? David.
My wife asked me to marry her 3 hours into our first date, and we got married 3 months later. We've been married 23 years now and got 4 children.
Wow! So what's her name?
Susan.
Where were you? What was the date?
We were just sitting in a pub outside St Albans in a place called Sandridge, Rhodes and Crown I think it was, and she said, will you marry me? So I said, okay, fair enough.
So had you known each other before?
Briefly.
Right.
Briefly. I'd met her a couple of times in the previous sort of 6 months.
Right. And you'd always fancied her then?
Well, she had a good backside on her and a fair pair of boobs.
You old romantic fool, you. I haven't had the best of luck. You were very close yesterday, Amy.
Thanks. It was, yeah, we did nearly get there.
We nearly get, okay. Do you want to have another bash at this one?
Yeah, please.
Okay, alright. Well, this is a plumber's number, so if you dial that number there, yeah, this should be a plumber's. See if you can talk to Grumpy. Aha.
Hello?
Hello, who's that?
Who's that? You rang me?
I know, but I don't know who's answered.
Gareth.
Stick Grumpy on, Gareth.
Grumpy?
Yeah.
Who are you on about? Who is this?
You know, it's Amy.
Who's Amy?
What? I'm your customer.
I don't know.
You didn't come out, though. It was another bloke, because you don't sound the same. It was Grumpy.
Grumpy?
Yeah, stick him on.
He's not with me.
Why?
Oh, my good God. Was it Dion?
Yeah. Stick him on the phone.
I'm not with him.
Where is he?
At work somewhere else.
Oh, for God's sake. He's supposed to be coming round.
I don't know. No, he's only a subby of mine. I use him every now and then.
Oh, Gareth, do you?
He's not an employee.
No?
No.
Well, he's going to come round and fix my plumbing then.
Well, I don't know. Well, what's the matter?
Well, where are you?
I've just got in. I've just been away cycling.
Oh, so you've got time to go away cycling, but you haven't got time for Dion to come and fix my drains?
But I don't do drains. Oh, God. Right.
Gareth!
What's the matter? Your toilet broken or something?
Yes!
Well, I don't fix toilets. I'm a boiler heating engineer.
Oh, not a plumber?
Well, I can, but I don't get involved.
Oh, really? That's Dion?
That's Dion. Dion's a bogs and basins man.
So how do I deal with him?
I don't know. Try ringing him.
But I thought he worked for you.
No.
Oh, he doesn't work for you?
No. Well, he works for me as a subby.
Right.
Basically, if I've got a lot of work, I'll bring him in to help me.
Oh, that's
all
nice
he is.
of you.
He ain't no...
That's nice of you.
No bloody...
Alright. Bogs and basins, man.
Right?
Alright. Cheers, Gareth.
Alright, okay. Good
Thanks,
luck.
mate.
Cheers.
Cheers. Bye. How did he not catch on when I burst out laughing?
I've no idea.
Bogs and basins.
Bogs and basins.
Dion.
And he's close as the Bogs and Basins man. I would have gone with the Bogs and Basins bloke. Wouldn't you? Me all the B's. Get a bit more alliteration there.
106 Bob FM.
Let's get the news now with Chris Hubbard.
Food banks are back in the news this morning. A food bank charity saying it's handed out nearly 1 million food parcels in the last year.
You know, I've had an idea. Here's what we could do, right? We get a cinema to show us a blockbuster movie. Stay with me on this one.
And this relates to food banks?
Absolutely.
Right, okay.
We get a cinema to show a blockbuster movie, and we say to the cinema, we'll give you all the publicity and mention you, and we'll fill a cinema, and we say to Bob FM listeners, you can go to this cinema on this night and watch this exclusive showing of this film as long as you bring a can of food. And we have the food bank there on the night to collect all the cans of food.
Well, that'd be good if you got a big auditorium.
I've got a name for it too.
Go on.
The Cannes Film Festival.
Oh my goodness.
Survey out today from Hotels.com talks about things that Brits will do on holiday but wouldn't do at home. Kelly, what would you do on holiday but not at home?
Go topless.
Now, do you have to be out the country or just at a holiday resort?
Oh, definitely out of the country.
Oh, you wouldn't
can't do it at Blackpool.
Right. So you wouldn't do it at a British beach?
But even on holiday, it's kind of, you have to do it. As a girl, you feel pressured to do it, because everyone else is doing it. You think, right, what the heck, I'm doing it too. It still feels a little bit weird. I mean, for instance, I went to Egypt a couple of years ago, and everyone was, half naked, and I thought, no, I'm going to get them out as well and get them brown. And I remember a holiday rep coming over and speaking to me whilst I was topless. But it was so awkward.
Oh, were these men or women?
Men.
No, I'm sorry. A man cannot have an intelligent conversation with a topless woman. It's impossible.
If you kind of live out there, it's just the norm, isn't it? You're just so used to seeing women topless. I suppose you become desensitized to it. But I mean, it is very weird. I remember falling asleep after I was out there, and where we used to sunbathe in the evening, they used to turn it into the restaurant. But I fell asleep. And the people that I was with had gone in thinking, Kelly's asleep, she'll be in soon. They didn't. I think I woke up about 7 o'clock as they were setting up for the restaurant with people all getting their drinks for dinner and everything. And I'm lying there.
Topless.
Proud as punch.
This is Bob.
There's a story in the news this morning about a woman who's had plastic surgery to get the perfect selfie.
She's got longer arms. We're talking about terrible jobs this morning. There's a bloke in China. His job is being hit in the stomach. So what's the worst job you've ever had? I remember I had a Saturday job at Liverpool Airport in the Argyle restaurant. I was a kitchen porter, which basically meant I loaded and unloaded the dishwashing machine, the big Hobart dishwashing machine. And I also had to scrape all the plates into this, what I thought was like a waste disposal thing, until the end of the shift on the first day I realised there was just a big plastic bin bag under there collecting them, and I had to drag the thing into the lift to take it down to the... it was just horrible. But the thing I found out, I read a book about the Beatles recently, and it turned out that John Lennon used to do that job. He was a kitchen porter at Liverpool Airport, and the airport, the new Liverpool Airport, not the one that me and John Lennon worked in, but the new Liverpool Airport is called John Lennon Airport. They've named the airport after him, which means the next airport they build in Liverpool, they're going to obviously name after me. We've been so close on getting grumpy in the last few calls. Amy, you've been really working hard on this.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
We still haven't found any dwarfs.
No, I know.
Yeah. This is the thrill of the chase. It's the thrill of the chase. That's what it is. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see if we can... here's your number. Just dial. This is just a random business, a legitimate business, somewhere in the home counties. If you dial them up, we'll see if we can talk to the first of our dwarfs in our quest to find all 7.
Hi, who's that?
It's Karen.
Karen, it's Amy. Can you stick Grumpy on?
Hold on, please.
We tell them that they're grumpy and they are the first of our dwarfs.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Grumpy!
Sorry?
Grumpy! Well
done!
What about?
What's your name?
Ray.
Ray. Congratulations.
It's Graham Mack and Amy Stevenson from Bob FM. How are you?
Yeah?
Yeah. We have a theory that if you call enough businesses, you will eventually be able to talk to all of the 7 dwarfs and Snow White. And we've started with our search. We were looking for Grumpy.
That's me, yeah.
Yeah. Well, all we did was we rang up. Yeah. So we rang up R.A. Harry, your builders.
Apparently.
Who answered the phone?
My wife.
Oh, no! Well, Amy said to your wife, put Grumpy on the phone.
Yeah.
And she didn't even hesitate. She
Exactly.
just went and got you straight away. So you are Grumpy.
I am.
You are the first of our 7 dwarfs.
So now we've got to find Sleepy.
Another 6. Yeah, Dopey, Doc, and also Snow White. So, yeah.
But congratulations.
Thank you very much, Grumpy.
All right.
Cheers.
Bye, Bob.
Bye. Result!
Yes.
Well done,
it.
Amy. That's the first one. Now we have another 7 to go, including Snow White. Join us next time for the exciting game of Let Me Talk to... Which one should we do next?
Dopey.
Dopey? Okay. Join us next time for the exciting game of Let Me Talk to Dopey.
106 Bob FM.
Hello, who's this?
Hi, it's Gavin from the Garden City Cinema.
Can you help us out?
I can give you a 360-seat cinema with a lovely film, nice Sunday evening, a film called The Love Punch. A list of beautiful stars.
Let's get down to business, though. You know, we have no budget, and we don't pay for stuff.
It doesn't cost a penny, but obviously, the more cans they bring, the happier we'll be.
Of course we will. All right. What night is the theatre available?
Sunday, the 18th of May at 8 p.m.
Oh, perfect. Gavin, thank you so much.
That's not a problem at all.
Look at that. It's a happening thing. The Cannes Film Festival coming soon with the Garden City Cinema and Bob FM. Bob. I've been doing something really uncomfortable over the last couple of days. It's torture. You see, we've got this box of cassettes, and they're all kinds of things from when I was younger, when I was in bands and stuff. And I can't face them, but Julie's decided she wants me to put them all on the computer, convert them all to MP3 before it's too late. You know, some of these go back a long time. And, okay, so I'm having to listen through to what I sounded like, and they're awful. But it's weird, it takes you back to that time. And there's one tape in particular, I remember when I was 17, I played it to my mother. It was a song I'd written called Lies. And I was really proud of it. And I remember she said to me, "Oh, we could say we knew you when you were rubbish." And I was really upset by it. Well, turns out she was right all along.
Bob's Breakfast.
This is the moment we've all been putting off. None of us wanted to experience this again. This is an interview from last week that we did with Tess Daly. In fact, her first hello, to me, maybe I'm reading too much into it, but her first hello, to me, seems like she's not having a good day.
Hello?
Can we quickly talk about Strictly?
Oh, let's please.
Okay. The curse of Strictly. Is it real?
Oh. You're going there, are you? What curse would that be?
You know the one I mean, where married people end up single people because of Strictly.
Oh, I don't think so, no.
But the curse doesn't exist.
I'm not aware of it.
It's happened enough times, though, hasn't it?
Has it? Who with?
Susanna happened with?
Yeah, she
Susanna
left her husband, didn't she?
Yeah.
She ran off with a
Hold on a
dancer.
second. Sorry?
Oh, no, it's just we had Susanna run off with one of the dancers, and there's been rumours that there's quite a few that tend to do it, and we
I
thought,
don't think there's any truth in that, and I'm not here to talk about any of that.
What's going on with Claudia's hair?
What do you mean?
Well, the fringe comes down, the fringe goes up, the eyes go dark, the eyes go light. It seems like she can't make her mind
Why
up.
should it always be about what a woman looks like? Do men get judged in that way? I don't think so.
I think if my fringe went up and down, though, you'd have something to say, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah, if you
said,
had a
what's
bad
going on
hair,
with your fringe? It was up yesterday, it's down today.
Men are judged definitely over how they look and whether they are still looking after themselves, I think, especially in the limelight. But again...
Right, I'm going to have to go in a minute, guys, I'm being told. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
And that was the end of that.
I'm speechless. It's actually quite painful for me to listen to that again.
Oh, it's one of radio's most awkward interviews ever. Beware of an annoying trend that is pointing the way to a crisis with the way food is served. I'll give you the evolution of this crisis. And remember, this is merely a symptom of a bigger problem. It started out a few years back when desserts started being served on slates. You ever have that? You ever have the farty-ass ice cream, the Nouvelle Cuisine on the middle of it? Not on a bowl, not in a bowl, oh no. On a slate. Maybe some raspberry drizzle around it, and, you know, you don't get out of danger for less than about £7. There is, not in a bowl, on a slate. That was annoying for a little while, but you could easily avoid it by not ordering dessert. Just have some ice cream when you get home. Or buy something from the garage on the way home, and you'll get more anyway. It has now been ramped up. Over the last 6 months, I have noticed that now main meals are arriving on wooden chopping boards. And the slate thing only happened in fancy places. The main meals on breadboards is now happening even in traditional pubs. I ordered scampi and chips on the weekend. It arrived on a slab of wood. Scampi and chips on a slab of wood.
In a pub?
In a pub. In a pub.
Because I know that it does still happen in fancy places.
Well, you
and
expect them to mess with your food. You expect them to mess with your food there.
But scampi and chips?
You order scampi and chips in a pub, you don't expect it to arrive on wood.
But didn't your lemon drizzle, like, run off the edge?
I didn't use lemon.
Oh.
But it would have done.
Yeah.
And it would have soaked into the wooden board. It's not hygienic. Unless you take it out the back and sandblast it, you're not going to be able to wash that to any kind of cleanliness. All kinds of blood and guts and God knows what would have been soaked into that and seeped in.
What
and
did
you'd be
you do?
eating all that. Well, to eat it, but I complained.
Oh.
But what I'm saying is, this is merely a symptom of what must be a bigger problem. The international shortage of crockery. It's always interesting when we leave the safety and the comfort of Bob FM, as we have today here at Norton Way Nissan. I'm not an out-and-about person, and going out with anyone who is not my wife, she kind of knows my ways, and she knows how to...
You struggle with it.
Yes, I do.
I can tell, and I try so hard to kind of give you that, you know, I try and understand that you struggle.
Yes.
But it's hard work.
That was not the main... There's so many other things going on. That was not really the main thing to talk about. The main thing to talk about was the complete lack of communication in Starbucks.
I forgot about that.
We get to the railway station. You've checked. It's like 12:30.
It's about 12:30.
And we see the trainers at 1:05.
Yeah, it's like dinner time for us.
So I said, what do you fancy to eat? I'll get you something to eat. So then we go into Starbucks, and I go straight for the tuna melt. I know where I'm going. And you, honest to God, I'm fussy. Every packet, every ingredient, you went through...
I can't eat anything with coconut in. So palm oil is a derivative of coconut, and palm oil is used in most pre-packed, pre-made food. So I always have to check that it doesn't have, any food doesn't have palm oil.
Right, so every packet of every food, from muffins to every sandwich, was inspected, and the things was read and what, and you couldn't find anything.
I couldn't find anything without palm oil in.
So I said, I'll buy you lunch. It cost me 57 pence. It was a banana.
I'm very grateful though.
So I ordered the tuna melt, which has to be warmed up. And by the way, you know, Starbucks is like ponytailed, sandal-wearing basket weaver central. I mean, they're all in there. The woman in front of us, I don't know what the hell she wanted. It was no drink I'd ever heard of. It was some herbal raspberry extract, something. Even the people at Starbucks hadn't heard of it.
Yeah,
She was confusing them. So then I said, I want a black coffee. That's it. Black coffee. No sugar, no milk, just black coffee. So mine's easy, but mine took ages. Yours took ages because it was a farty latte and they have to, I don't know, blow bubbles in it, whatever the thing they have to do with it, and write your name on the cup. What do you have to write your name on the cup for?
I went to get my sugar. I
don't need the sugar.
And
So
I turn round.
Yes.
And I look, and you're propped up against the bar. They're looking at your phone. And I thought, what is he doing? So I've now finished. So I'm stood there. So I'm going, oh, well, shall we go to the platform?
And I'm like,
thinking.
Well, I'm like, yeah, eventually that's where we'll get the train. Yes.
So I said, well, why don't we go and, because we haven't got long, we can go to the platform and just wait there for a bit, because it's number 10, so it's quite far down. I didn't want us to be running to the train again.
Right.
So, and you just went, well, you didn't move. And in my head, I was thinking, why isn't he moving? I've got my coffee, he's got his, we're leaving, I've eaten my banana, what's he waiting for? So I said again, let's head down to the platform. And you went, in a minute. And I'm thinking, there's a queue of traffic. And bearing in mind, Starbucks is so small, it's so cramped, you can hardly get around. So it's not like there's room for you to be propped up against the counter.
Yeah, and I said, When I get me sandwich.
I'd forgotten that you were waiting for a sandwich.
Bob's Breakfast.
Graham Mack and Amy Stevenson, and now our scientific experiment continues. The theory is that you can call up businesses in the home counties and eventually speak to all 7 dwarfs and Snow White. Last week we managed to get hold of Grumpy. We called up a builders in Hitchin. Lady answered the phone, we said, let me talk to Grumpy, and she put Ray on, who turned out to be her husband. But he didn't deny being grumpy.
No.
He was fine with that description. So we found Grumpy, just a few more dwarfs, and Snow White to go. So now, we're looking for Dopey. So calling a business at random now, and asking the question, let me talk to Dopey.
Hello, Joanna.
Hello, who's that?
Angela.
Oh, Angela, sorry, it didn't sound like you for a second. I don't know who's talking to you. Hey, put Dopey on.
Who?
You know what I mean, it's Graham. Come on, put him on.
Who do you want?
Dopey.
Who's Dopey?
You know damn well who Dopey is. Come on, I'm
There's
busy.
quite a few of them here. It could be one of many.
Well, take your pick.
I don't know. Who do you want?
You know...
You've got the choice of...
No, you've got a choice of...
Right, do you want Mick?
Yes, I do.
See? What a good guess.
Yes.
Right, I'll put you through.
Okay.
I think she's Dopey.
Could well be. There's a lot of it about, though.
They've got loads there.
Dopey comes with a fanfare. How about that?
We appreciate your patience and apologise for the delay.
Ah.
Someone will be with you shortly.
No, Dopey will be with us shortly. Not just someone. Dopey. Let me talk to Dopey. Looking good.
Hello.
Hello, who's that?
Mick.
How are you, Dopey? You alright?
Hello, mate.
Yeah, you alright?
Yeah?
Yeah. Do you know who this is?
No.
No, but, you know, I am talking to Dopey, aren't I?
Talking to...
Dopey.
No.
No?
No.
Angela on reception.
Yeah.
I rang her, right?
Yeah.
And I said, let me talk to Dopey. And she's put you on.
No idea. I don't know who you're on about.
You don't know what about?
I don't know what name you're on about.
I was on about Angela, who picked up the phone.
Yeah, Angela picked the phone up, but
Yeah.
she's put you through to me, because I don't
Yes.
think she understood who you asked for.
No, I said, let me talk to Dopey.
Dopey?
Yes, and
Who's Dopey? Which one's you after?
You!
Are you sure it's me?
Yes, Mick, yes.
No, I don't think so. That's not me, that's Kevin.
No, she said you were Dopey.
No, I don't think so. I think that's Kevin.
Why do you think Kevin's dopier than you?
Eh?
What, is Kevin any dopier than you?
Oh, he's worse.
Is he put him on then?
Yeah, okay, hang on,
All
mate.
right.
Who's this?
Graham, put Kevin on. I want to talk to Dopey. I thought I'd got Dopey, but Mick's not as dopey as Kev. That's how this works. There is a level of dopiness.
Hello.
Hello, how are you, Dopey? All right?
Yeah, hi.
Yeah. Mick says you're Dopey.
Well, perhaps I am.
Are you going to claim it or not?
Well, no, I don't
Why
think I will,
not?
actually.
Who is Dopey then?
I think we all are to a certain
Yeah, well,
extent.
we're getting that feeling, but we want to know who is the dopiest.
I'm not sure.
Well, somebody's got to be... I don't think there's anyone dopier than you. See, Angela, I called, and Angela answered the phone. I said, let me talk to Dopey. She put Mick on. Mick claims he's not as dopey as you, making you dopey. Now, we thought it was Mick.
Yeah, well, yeah, maybe it is.
Yeah, well, it sounds to me like it's Kev.
Yeah.
And that's what it sounded like to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Dopey.
No.
Well, how come Mick put you on then when I said I want to talk to Dopey? I don't think we're there.
No,
you see, that's the
it's
problem
so
when you've got
close.
more than one.
Mm.
When you've only got one Dopey in an office, not a problem. Everybody knows who you want to talk to. But when you're spoilt for choice, it just confuses the whole thing.
You did really well with that one. You did really well. I could see the pain in your eyes.
I was so close,
I
though.
know,
but
so
they wouldn't
close.
accept it because
He
the
wouldn't
rules of the
admit it.
game, they have to accept it.
I think this is going to be a tough one.
You think because Ray, who is grumpy, I said,
yeah.
you're grumpy. He went, yeah, I'm grumpy.
Yeah.
But Dopey? Maybe people don't mind being grumpy, but they don't like being dopey.
Yeah.
It's dwarfist, isn't it?
It is dwarfist.
You can yes,
You're dwarfist.
You're dwarfist. You can call me grumpy, but don't you dare call me dopey.
106 Bob FM.
Hello, this is Lee. I've been a chef now for 30 plus years.
Yeah.
And I remember when I first started out, the chopping boards used to all be wooden.
Mm-hmm.
And the environmental health officer stopped that very much shortly afterwards because it was unhygienic. Because obviously when you use sharp knives on wooden boards, it leaves grooves, germs get in.
Yeah.
Even modern dishwashers can't clean them.
Yeah.
And we're still not allowed to use wooden chopping boards. So why the hell would you use wooden plates?
Yeah, so it is against the law in a kitchen to use wooden choppers. So you have these like synthetic ones, do you now? The white one,
it's all colour-coded chopping boards now.
Yeah.
And it's like a hard polymer plastic.
Right.
But
so these places where you're served food on a wooden board, that is unhygienic, it's dangerous.
I don't know where the law stands on wooden plates, but I know definitely in a commercial kitchen, we're not allowed to use wooden chopping boards, wooden spoons, anything like that.
Anything wood, all right. So my point is that it is dangerous and it should be outlawed.
Yeah, because bacteria and stuff like that can get in the grooves. Even with modern day sanitizers, they cannot get in.
You can't get them properly clean. Can't get them properly clean.
No, exactly.
Bob's Breakfast.
Phobias. What's yours, Amy?
I have a fear of touching towels with dry hands.
Touching towels with dry hands?
Yes, so I can dry my hands when they're wet,
Uh-huh.
but I can't touch towels when my hands are dry, so I can't put them away out the tumble dryer or anything like that.
So what do you do? Get a forklift truck or something?
No, I get my husband to do it.
And what is it about touching towels you don't like?
It's the feel of it. It freaks me out, and if someone puts a towel near me, I kind of run away.
So what difference does it make if they're wet?
It feels different. I don't know, it's just, it's weird.
Okay, so you get out the shower and you're wet, so you grab a towel and that's fine. But after a while, when the towel has dried you, then you're dry, then what happens?
I leave the tap running so I can keep wetting my hands, and then I can dry myself properly.
So you have to dry yourself with wet hands?
Yes.
To hold the towel?
Yes.
What a nightmare!
Yeah, it is. I don't know where I got this fear from either. It just kind of gradually happened over time.
Have you ever sought professional help and, you know?
Well, I saw a counsellor for other things, and they kind of just laughed at me when I said about it.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. So you don't even know the name of this phobia?
No.
A fear of touching towels with wet hands. That's quite specific.
Yeah.
Bob's Breakfast.
I'm Graham Mack. Not happy. No, not happy at all, because we're living in troubled times. We're staring down the barrel of the end of an era. Scottish independence. We're only days away from the Great Jock Mutiny of 2014. A day that will live in infamy. A day when Great Britain won't be quite as great. When Scotland secede from the Union, when the Jock Mutiny sets sail into unknown waters in an open boat, we will no longer be the United Kingdom. And what we will become is very scary. Right now, we are the United Kingdom, the UK, the Yuck. We will become the former United Kingdom, the FUK, the FUK.
Bob's Breakfast with Hatfield Park Farm.
We're talking about DIY this morning. Owen, you're a bit of a dab hand. What have you done?
Well, I completely replumbed the house and rewired the house, but...
Jeez, that's a big undertaking.
Yeah, it was.
What do you think of this survey that's out today that says young men are useless at it and are more likely to get their dad involved, even to change a light bulb?
Oh, I fully agree with that.
You agree with that?
Yeah, they haven't got the bottle to try it themselves.
Do you think men are a dying breed then? Because women are going more for men who use moisturiser and hair straighteners than blokes who can fix a tyre or, rewire a fuse.
No, blokes who can fix a tyre and rewire a plug in the fuse and everything like that, they're far better than the blokes that
I know they are, but they're not the ones that are getting to breed. You see, this is Darwinian. The men who are getting to breed are the men who women are attracted to, but women are more attracted now to men who use moisturizer and hair straighteners. They're the ones that are breeding, so future generations are losing the DIY gene.
Bob's Breakfast.
Hang on. I'm gonna stop this song. I'm gonna stop it. Not having that.
What's going on?
Well, the Scots have been winding me up, this week. You know, we're so close to the end of the United Kingdom as we know it, and then we have to play that, you know, Scottishness. He says he'll walk 500 miles. But come on. A lot of them don't want anything to do with England. You don't want anything to do with England? After all we've done for you. For 300 years. We've put up with your bagpipes, your spicy eggs, your hairy cattle, your short-ass ponies, your men in skirts, and the crankies. You ungrateful bunch of whiskey-swigging, haggis-munching caber-tossers. From now on, this is it, right? From now on, this radio station is banning anything Scottish, including the Proclaimers. So all Scottish artists off the playlist.
You can't just ban Scottish
I'm
artists.
doing it now. I'm going to go through the playlist. Anything that's Scottish is coming off. We're going scot-free on Bob FM. Doing nothing at work is also known as meetings. Because you have meetings and you have work. Meetings are not work. Meetings are talking about work.
Are we still on for 11:30 today?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
But that's
Just wanted to make sure.
That one's important. Bad example. We are still looking for Dopey. We've got Grumpy. Dopey is our next dwarf, so I'm going to call this number. And the trick seems to be just to be aggressive. Just to be, like, I'm busy, I did, come on, put Dopey on.
Yeah.
That seems to be the trick with this. So, it's ringing.
Good morning, Evening Sports.
Hello, who's that?
Julie.
Oh, it didn't sound like you, Julie. Sorry about that. It's Graham. Put Dopey on the phone.
Graham from where?
No, put Dopey on the phone. You know who it is. Put Dopey on the phone. Put him on.
He's not here.
Where is he?
He's out.
Doing what? He's supposed to be there.
Oh.
He's expecting my call.
Who am I speaking to?
Graham, I just told you. Where's Dopey then? Do you know, is he on a call or something? Is it business? I hope it is business.
He phoned in to say that he wouldn't be in until lunchtime.
Oh, he's proper blinking Dopey, isn't he? He knows I was going to call him this morning.
Right.
Honest to God. Does he write nothing down?
I don't know.
So, when he says lunchtime, what time's that? I mean, that's anywhere from about 11:30 to 2:30 with him.
Are you talking about Bernard?
Yes, I am.
Right. Well, I think you ought to take the issue up with him, not with me.
Well, I haven't got his mobile
I'm
number.
only his employee.
Right, okay, alright. Well, I don't want to get you into any trouble, Julie. This has got nothing to do with you. I'm sorry I'm getting all upset here, but honest to goodness, we arranged this. Exactly. We arranged this last Tuesday. It's that far away. And he knew all about it. We were going to go through everything, all the plans. Honest, he's proper blinking Dopey, isn't he?
Right, okay.
Right, so, where does that...
I got your number, then he can phone you back.
Well, yeah, okay. 01438...
01438...
422...
422...
106...
106...
Soon as he gets in, I want him to call.
Okay.
Dopey bugger.
You're from Graham?
Yes, that's it. All right, thanks, Julie. I gotta go.
Okay, bye.
Ta-da.
That poor Julie. Poor Julie. She's going to be like, what he called in, said he wasn't coming in. What did he do that for?
106 Bob FM.
The process of evolution is an amazing thing. When we were cavemen, we didn't have cutlery, and then someone went, wouldn't it be easier if we had a knife to cut this and a fork to hold it with, and wouldn't it be nice if we had a plate to put it on? And like crockery evolved through trial and error. That was where it ended up. You had drinks, like a cup of coffee in a coffee cup. You had food on a plate. Now look what's happened. In this place, although I didn't order the food, I saw the people on the next table. They'd ordered food, and what did it arrive on? A plank of wood. Once again, the chopping board is replacing the plate. Now, we had a chef on the show on Thursday who said it breaks health and safety regulations. They're not allowed to prepare food anymore in a restaurant kitchen on wood. It has to be on this synthetic hygienic stuff that's colour-coded for the raw meat and the vegetables and the cooked meat and all the rest of it. Yeah. But they are serving the food on a breadboard, which you can't clean properly. You can't clean it, and if there's any kind of juice at all, it rolls off onto the table. There's no lip around the outside of it. Not only that, they were serving, this is another one, they're serving lattes in a glass. In a stem glass. There's no, it's a cup of, it's a cup of coffee. It should be in a coffee cup.
Yeah, but then you can't see the multicolours.
Well, who cares? It's about the taste. This is, it all started, one day, that one person that put chicken in a basket started all this, and where will it end? And who's on the phone?
Ziggy.
Ziggy, how old are you, Ziggy?
That's a cool name.
9.
Right, and are all your friends the spiders from Mars?
No.
No. Do you know why they might want to be called the spiders from Mars?
No.
Does this mean anything to you? Ziggy played guitar.
Yeah, that does pop up.
Jamming good with Weird and Gilly and the spiders from Mars. Do you know anyone called Weird or Gilly? No.
I know someone called Gilly.
No. Well, you know someone called Gilly,
yeah.
right? So maybe it should be Ziggy play guitar, and Amy's friend is called Gilly, but there's no spiders from Mars. Are you left-handed?
No, right.
Oh, because he played it left hand.
I looked it up when I was about 6.
Okay, right, because you're just sick of people going on about it. Supposedly it was about Jimi Hendrix, who played left hand.
Oh, really?
Ziggy and the Spiders from Mars are the Jimi Hendrix Experience. I heard. I don't know. Ziggy, find out if it's about Jimi Hendrix and call us back.
Okay.
All right, thanks a lot. He's not going to do you that, yeah? Okay, I'm not going to. All right, thank you.
Bone scans have revealed how King Richard III died. Scientists and historians believed he was killed in the thick of battle after losing his helmet and coming under blows from medieval weapons. They've been studying his remains ever since his skeleton was found under a car park in Leicester.
Good news, though, he would have qualified for the disabled bay in that car park. Oh. Too soon? I've worked out I'm never going to be happy.
Why?
Because everyday things that other people just take for granted as part of life really annoy me. Yesterday I was annoyed by the Toby Carvery.
What was wrong with the Toby Carvery?
I don't get the Toby, I just don't get it. I don't understand it at all. What's happened is, Amy and I have meetings about this show where we talk about things we'd like to do. And we've worked out that we can have more productive meetings if we have them outside the office. We notice more things, phones don't ring, there are no interruptions, we can concentrate. For some reason it just works better.
And it helps creatively. Like, if you're in the same four walls, sometimes you need to get out to be able to get creative.
Yeah. Now, yesterday was one of those days. Now, we normally go to a pub up the road there, which is fine. But you needed petrol or something, so we had to go to a different one.
Yeah.
So we went there, and I was kind of peckish, and I thought, great, we're going to a pub, I'll have fish and chips. Go in there. You do fish and chips? No. The pub doesn't do fish and chips. Do you know why they don't do fish and chips? Because they have the Toby Carvery. What's the point of the Toby Carvery? big slab of meat and some bloke with a chef's hat on, sawing it off.
I thought that the carvery was just for Sundays. I thought Toby Carvery used to go for a Sunday.
Oh, no. No. It's there to ban the fish and chips and to attract old people. It's a magnet for them. What is it with old people and the Toby Carvery? I'm trying to think, has there ever been a time when you've said to yourself, I'm going to go to the Toby Carvery when you're not taking your parents out for a treat? Has there ever been a time?
No, there hasn't.
The place was just full of old people. Why do they like it so much? I think my theory is they like the Toby Carvery because it makes them think they're on a cruise ship.
How do you work that one out?
Well, old people like cruise ships.
Yes.
And you see the brochures and there's always a bloke slicing off meat and the thing and I don't know. The weird thing is though, when you're surrounded by old people, you would think that would make you feel younger.
Yeah.
It makes me feel old.
Why?
I'm just surrounded by old. I don't like it. Anyway,
But you're not as old as them.
I'm nowhere near as old as them and never will be. Maybe it's the Toby Carvery that makes them old. I don't know. Maybe it's reverse psychology. I just don't like it. And then the waitress came over, and maybe she should have just rephrased her question. Maybe it would have been more accurate if she'd said to me, "Is anything okay?" I hate it when a joke goes to waste. I hate it when I go, wow, that was quick and that was clever, but no one appreciates it.
That happens quite a lot, I
It
think.
does.
Yeah.
Out in the office on Friday. Now, bear in mind, Friday, I'm very tired. There's always something wrong with me on Friday because I've had it. By about 9 o'clock on Friday, I just want to go home.
Yeah.
So I'm just going through the motions. I'm creating the illusion of busy till it's time to go. So I'm there, and Lawrence from our sales team is talking about some restaurant he's been to, or he's on about some restaurant. It's an Indian restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
The name of it, Arafat. Now, he mentions this, and I think, Arafat, that's a strange name for an Indian restaurant, but within seconds of him saying Arafat, I said, they do a great PLO rice. I got nothing!
Bob's Breakfast.
Hi, it's Graham Mack. Back to the podcast in just a sec. If you're enjoying it, tell your friends, share it, and link it on Facebook and Twitter. Talking this morning about automatic cars and when you've accidentally left them in drive and they've caused some problems. What's your story, Jackie?
I ram-raided a garage door with a mobility scooter.
What happened?
No, I did. Let me tell you.
Yes.
My mum, bless her heart, has got Parkinson's, so she has a mobility scooter. My father, in his wisdom, got inebriated on his birthday, I won't go into it, on champagne.
Right.
My only job was to take him back to his flat and get in there safely on my mum's mobility scooter.
You had one job.
I sat in the front, I was steering, he was in the back, drunk. We came up the hill. I was going a little bit quick because the hill was quite steep and I didn't think we were going to get up there because there were two of us on it. Got to the garage, going a hell of a lick, then realised I didn't know where the brakes was. Went straight through the garage door, hit the wall. He went, Jesus Christ, what have you done? I said, oh my God. Laughed so much, I wet myself on my dad. Then he said, hang on, we've broken the champagne. And I said, no, Dad, I'm really sorry, I've just wet myself.
Bob's Breakfast with Hatfield House.
Thanks for downloading this podcast. You know, every time we publish a new one, you can get it downloaded for free automatically when you subscribe through iTunes. Just search for Graham Mack's podcast. Nice to be back in England. I was in America. Had a great trip. Kerry's on the phone. You followed my trip through my tweets and my twit pics.
In New York, I saw your pictures of Twin Towers, and I thought, oh my God, I need to go there. It looks amazing.
It's a brand new museum that's opened, and it's in the basement of where the World Trade Center was. I mean, it is actually the basement, and some of the stuff there, it's creepy and morbid.
Yeah,
but
I can imagine it is.
It's a lot like a Holocaust museum. It's good that it's there for generations to come to see what happens when crazy people do evil things and to try and stop it happening again. And that's why it's there, and I think it's important. But amazing. Yeah, amazing.
Was it quite emotional?
It really was. The bit that choked me up, that there was a firefighter's motorbike. I don't know if you saw that picture.
Yes, I saw that as well, yeah.
The firefighter, he'd bought this motorbike, and he'd said to the guys that he worked with, I'm going to do this up, and they all said, he'll never do this up. And he died in the Twin Towers. And so the guys got together and finished doing up the motorbike, and the motorbike is there in the museum, and it's pristine, it's just perfect. And I don't know, of all the stuff I saw, and there's like fire engines that have been wrecked and everything, of all that, the motorbike for some reason choked me up, because it's about guys who are his mates going, well, what can we do? Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to finish off the bike.
Wow.
This is Bob.
Look, I'm Dental Centre, Pauline speaking.
Hey, Pauline, it's Graham. Let me talk to Dopey.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm very well. Yourself?
Yeah, very good. Is Dopey there?
Who, Reza?
Yeah.
He's with a patient.
Oh, for goodness sake. He knew I was calling.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh. Is there anything I can help you with?
No, I really need to talk to Dopey.
Yeah. I'll get him to give you a call when he's
all right, then. Yeah.
free.
Yeah.
What number to get you on?
01438
01438
422
422
106.
Okay, Graham.
All
Thank
right,
you.
cheers.
Leave it with me. Bye.
Ta-da. A dopey dentist. A dopey dentist.
106 Bob FM.
Thanks for listening to this podcast. If you liked it, you'll love the archive of Mac Nuggets at macmedia.co.uk. There's all kinds of audio on there from more than 20 years of stuff that I've broadcast on radio stations in the UK, Australia, and the United States. Just click on the Mac Nuggets section at macmedia.co.uk.
Bob's Breakfast.